Then he went back to his Kala Sila monastery again and attained Pranibhana there. In this case, his Mejivat Agusala Karma produced their result. Then after that only their power is finished. At that time only he can try his psychic power again.
所需的禅定程度是，当你能够达到各种神通力，在那时候你能够试着从危险中脱离。不过，如果你有将要产生不善业的果报，那你应该记得尊者大目犍连，他是精于神通。不过，当他的不善业要成熟那一天，他不能入定，这是因为他的不善业成熟，不是因为烦恼或者是障碍。因此，那些强盗能够压碎他的骨到米粒那么小，等到强盗认为他已经死而离开后，他才能够入禅而施用神通力。他决意让他的色身恢复正常，然后他去见佛陀，请求允许他入般涅盘。之后，他再回到他的寺院，并在那里入般涅盘。在这个例子中，他成熟的不善业产生果报。当他们的力量结束后，只有在那时候，他才可以再试他的神通。
In the same way, if you have no Mejivat Agusala Karma, if you have such powers, then you can try to escape from air crash. But the ordinary jhana concentration and vipassana insight knowledge cannot save one from this danger. Here we can say that if one meets with this type of accident, then he may have enough Mejivat Agusala Karma.
同样的，如果你没有成熟的不善业，而且你有神通，那么你可以试着从飞机失事中脱离。不过，普通禅定力和毗婆舍那智不能够在这危险中帮助脱离。这种情形，我们认为，如果一个人遇到这类的意外，也许是他的不善业成熟了。
Mind jumping out. Mind cannot jump out of the body, because mind arises depending upon one of the 6 phases. These 6 phases are eye transparent element, ear transparent element, nose transparent element, tongue transparent element, bodily transparent element, and Bhuanga mind or heart phase. These 6 phases are in your body. Without this, any mind cannot occur in this human world. So mind cannot jump out of this body.
心不可能脱离身体，因为心必须靠6根的其中之一升起。这6根就是眼净色根、耳净色根、鼻净色根、舌净色根、身净色根和有分识的意门或心所依处。这6根是存在你的身上，在人道中没有净色根，心识是不能升起的，因此心不能脱离这个身体。
But we can suggest that if you have jhana concentration at that time, you should enter into that jhana concentration quickly. In this case, you should have enough practice in entering into jhana. Without enough practice, it is also not possible. If you enter into jhana at that time, then because of this kusala karma, there may be any chance to escape from this danger, but we cannot say exactly. If you die in this case, then you may reach one of the Brahmawa after death. If you entered into jhana after the time death takes place.
不过，我们建议您，如果您有禅定力，在那时候您应该赶快入禅。像这种情形，你应该有足够的修行能入禅定。没有足够的修行，那也是不可能的。如果在那时候您入定了，然后因为这个善业，也许有机会脱离这个危险。不过我们不能确定。 假如在这种情况下，您去世，你也许能够升到任何一个梵天。如果你在死亡的刹那入禅。
If you can practice vipassana thoroughly, then at that time you should try vipassana again. You should discern the anicca, dukkha, anatta nature of sankhara dhamma. In this case also you should have enough practice. If you have enough practice and if you can try vipassana thoroughly before death takes place, then you may attain one of the Magga-phala stage. If that is so, you may reach one of the good planes after death. But if you attain Radhaship, then you can attain Pranibbana. Or else, if you have good karma, it will produce long life, as there may be also any chance to escape from this danger, like Mahajanaka Bodhisattva.
假如你已彻底修毗婆舍那，你应该在修习毗婆舍那，你应该关照诸行的无常、苦、无我的特质。像这种情形，你应该要有足够的修行。如果你有足够的修行，而且你能在死亡之前彻底修毗婆舍那，那么你也许能够证入道果的阶位。假如这样的话，也许你能够在死后投身善处。不过，如果你已经证得阿罗汉位，那么你就能够入般涅盘，或者你有善业，能够产生长寿，因此也许能够脱离这样的危险，就像马哈迦那嘎大菩萨。
Any question?
有问题吗？
Yeah, we will continue. Question 7.
问题7。
After attaining Magga-phala, an Ariya will not regress to Pudujana. This is Samadha Niyama. After receiving Shiva prediction, one will also not forget his Bodhisattva practice. This is also Samadha Niyama. But the Buddha had proclaimed that everything is nature. But the above mentioned Samadha Niyama is accordance with the law of nature.
证道果之后，圣者就不会退转，这是正性决定 Samadha Niyama。在得到受记后，不会忘失菩萨的修行，这也是正性决定。不过佛陀说一切是无常的，那么上面所提到的正性决定符合无常法则吗？
Here you should understand the law of karma. Akusala karma produces bad results, and kusala karma produces good results. This is an eternal law. If it is so, are these kusala karma and akusala karma nature or anature, permanent or impermanent? Please think about this question.
关于这点，你应该了解业的法则。不善业产生恶果，善业产生善果，这是永恒的法则。如果是这样，善业和恶业是常或是无常，永久或是不长久，请想一想这个问题。
If you think that this kusala karma is permanent, then consider this. Now you are listening to the Dhamma concerning Buddha Abhidhamma. This is Dhamma Savana Kusala Karma. This Kusala Karma is permanent or not? Please think about this question.
如果你认为善业是永恒的，请想一下，现在你正在听有关佛教阿毗达摩的教法，这是听闻法的善法，这个善法是否永恒的？请想一想这个问题。
If this kusala karma is permanent, then along your whole life, you should have only this karma, not other kusala karma or akusala karma. Do you understand the meaning? Here, kusala karma produces good results and akusala karma produces bad results. This is eternal law, but we do not say that the kusala karma and akusala karma are permanent. Kusala chetana and akusala chetana are called karma. As soon as these karma arise, they perish away. It is nature. This is the nature, their nature. But the karmic force as latent energy to produce their respective result is still present in the nama-rupa thought process.
如果这个善业是永恒的，那么终究这一生你就只有这个业，没有其他的善业和恶业。你了解这个意思吗？在这里，善业产生善果，恶业产生恶果，这是永恒的法则。不过我们不会认为善业和恶业是永恒的，善思和恶思被称为业。当这些业升起，它们立刻消灭，这是无常，这是他们的特质。不过业力仍然以能产生他们个别果报的潜力存在于名色的心路过程中。
Suppose there is a mango tree. Now there is no fruit present yet, but one day it will certainly bear fruit. If that is so, you can say that the energy which can produce the fruit is still present in the tree. What is that energy? If we research the leaves, branches, bark and stems, we cannot see that energy. But although we do not see that energy, we cannot say that that energy is not present, because one day fruits will come out from that tree. In the same way, we do not say that kusala karma and akusala karma are permanent. We say that the karmic force is still present in the nama-rupa process as latent energy. And one day, when that force is matured, it will produce its result.
例如，有一棵芒果树，现在树上没有果实，不过有一天它将会生出果实。如果是这样，你可以这么认为：能够产生果实的潜能仍然存在于这树上。那潜能是什么？假如我们研究这树叶、树枝、树皮和树干，我们不能够看到那个潜能。不过，虽然我们不能看到那潜能，我们不能认为那潜能不存在，因为有一天果实将会从树上结果出来。同样的，我们不能说善业和恶业是永恒的。我们认为业力与潜伏力仍然存在于名色过程，而且当那力量成熟时，它会产生它的结果。
Now we want to discuss about samadha niyama. We say that magga dhamma is samadha niyama dhamma, but we do not say that magga phala are permanent nature. They are also a nature impermanent, but that magga jnana force is still present in the nama-rupa process of those who attain magga phala jnana, magga phala nibbana. That force is also called samadha niyama. It cannot produce higher, it can produce higher and higher fruit, but it cannot produce lower fruit. This is also an eternal law. Here you should think about this problem. To attain arahataship is not easy. You must try with great effort. Strong, powerful perseverance is necessary. For example, our Sajja Muni Bodhisattva tried so hard for 6 years in this life to attain arahataship, concomitant with Sabhinyuta Jnana. You can imagine how hard it can be. So after attaining arahataship with great struggle, if he become a Puthujjana again, then what is the fruit of the practice? You should think about it carefully.
现在我们想讨论有关正性决定 samatha niyama。我们认为道之法是正性决定之法，不过我们不会认为道 果是永恒的，它们也是无常的，但是道果智的力量仍然存在于那些证入道果涅槃的圣者们的明色过程中。这种力量也被称为正性决定，它可以产生更高的果，不过它不能产生更低的果。这也是一种永恒的法则。在这里你应该思维这个问题，证入阿罗汉是不容易的，你必须很努力地尝试，强而有力的毅力是需要的。例如我们的释迦菩萨在这生中苦修6年，证入阿罗汉位，同时升起一切资质，你可以想象那有多困难。因此借由如此大的奋斗证入阿罗汉位后，如果他又变成一位凡夫，那么修行的果是什么？你应该很小心谨慎地思考。
When Bodhisattva can receive Shiva prediction.
什么时候一个菩萨能够被受记
Manusaddha linga sambati hetu sathara tattsanam Papeja guna sambati adhikaro cha chandata Atadhamma samodhana abhiniharo samaichati. When the following 8 factors are fulfilled, then one can receive Shiva prediction. This is mentioned in Buddha Vansa.
当下列8个因素具足时，这个人便可以接受受记。这点记载于佛种性 Buddha Vansa.
Number 1, Manusaddha. He must be a human being.
1. Manusaddha. 他必须是人。
Number 2, Linga Sambati. He must be a male.
2. Linga Sambati. 性别，他必须是男人。
Number 3, Hetu. He must have enough barami to attain radhaship. When listening to a short stanza relating to the Four Noble Truths from a Buddha, that means he must have practiced vipassana thoroughly up to Sankharupaka Jnana.
3. 黑度因，当他从佛陀处听闻到有关四圣谛的偈颂时，他必须有足够证得阿罗汉的波罗蜜，依据他必须曾经彻底的修习毗婆舍那直到行舍智。
Number 4, Sathara Dasana. He must have the opportunity to meet a Buddha.
4. 萨特的萨那遇到老师，他必须有机会遇到佛陀。
Number 5, Papeja. He must be a hermit or a bhikkhu.
5. 巴巴迦出家行者，他必须是修道人或比丘。
Number 6, Guna Sambati. He must have thoroughly practiced the 8 Samapatti and 5 mundane psych powers.
6. Guna Sambati 成就德恨，他必须彻底修习过8种定和5种世间神通。
Number 7, Adhikaro. He must have enough barami to receive Shiva prediction. That means he must have practiced the barami for attaining Savinyutta Jnana in previous lives, so that he can receive the Shiva prediction from a Buddha. In other words, he must have sought Vajra seat and Charana seat for Savinyutta Jnana in a previous Buddha's dispensation. According to Yasodhara Abhadana, they had been prayed for Sajja Muni Bodhisattva's Savinyutta Jnana in the presence of many billions of Buddha, and they had practiced many baramis under the guidance of the Buddhas.
7. 阿迪嘎罗，他必须有足够的波罗蜜以接受受记，依据在他过去生，他必须修到一切资质而获得佛陀受记。换句话说，他必须 在过去佛世时，为一切之智而曾经种下明行的种子。根据耶稣陀罗譬喻的记载，他们在数万亿佛前成为释迦牟尼菩萨的一切之智而祈祷，而且他们也在这么多尊佛的引导下修习无量的波罗蜜。
Number 8, Chandada. He should have enough strong desire to attain Savinyutta Jnana. How strong is the desire? Suppose the world is full of burning charcoal. If someone says that if he can cross the burning charcoal lane from this side to that side, then he will attain Savinyutta Jnana. Even then, he will certainly go across the whole burning charcoal lane. Here I want to ask you, will you go across that burning charcoal lane? Okay? Not to mention the whole world. If all the way from Taiwan to Pao becomes a burning charcoal lane, will you go across that? But for our Bodhisattva, if it is certain that one can attain Savinyutta Jnana, he will really go across that burning charcoal lane. This is his strong desire for Savinyutta Jnana.
8. 产得大欲，他必须有足够强的意愿，要达到行舍智。这意愿要多强呢？假设这世间为火红的热炭所充满，若有人说，假使能从此侧穿越火红的热炭地到另一边，那他将会获得一切之智。他也真的将走完整个热炭地。在这里，我想问问大家，你们愿意走过火红的热炭地吗？不要说整个世界那么大，只说从台湾到巴澳，所有的通道都变成热炭地，你愿意走吗？但是对我们的菩萨来说，如果真能获得一切之智，他将真的会走完那热炭地，这是他求取一切之智的强大意愿。
Will you go across the burning charcoal lane?
你们要走过这个火红的热炭地吗？
Please answer.
请你们回答。
If all these 8 factors are present in a bodhisattva, then he will certainly receive sure prediction from the Buddha. These 8 factors were present in our Sakyamuni Bodhisattva at the time of Dipingara Buddha. So he received sure prediction from Dipingara Buddha, such as, you will certainly attain Savinyutta Jnana after 4 hours in Kriya and 100,000 kappa later by the name of Karma.
如果这8种因素在菩萨身上出现了，那他必会为佛所受记。在燃灯佛时，这8种因素在我们的释迦牟尼菩萨身上出现了，所以他获得燃灯佛如下的受记：你确实会在4阿僧祇劫以10万劫后获得一切之智，名为乔达摩。
What is the meaning of sure prediction cannot be changed?
受记不会改变的意思。
This type of sure prediction cannot be changed. We do not say that they are nature permanent. The Nama Rupa of Dipingara Buddha are also a nature. The Nama Rupa of Sumedha Bodhisattva are also a nature. This is true. But here karmic force, especially the karmic force of his parami, cannot be perished away, as long as he has not yet attained Savinyutta Jnana. The word of Dipingara Buddha, that means the sure prediction, also cannot be changed or cannot be false. If those words are changed so that the sure prediction will not be true, then there will be another problem that Buddha dealt false speech. For example, if a Buddha gives sure prediction only when they see the above 8 factors are present. For example, if a person who is skilled in agriculture saw a banana tree, then he can tell you that the tree will produce banana fruit 4 months later. Why? Because he is skilled in agriculture and he saw flowers and small leaves are coming out. In the same way, Buddha also can see when he will attain the Savinyutta Jnana fruit, because he had fulfilled the 8 factors mentioned above, so that he can receive sure prediction.
这种受记不会改变，我们不说他们是常的。燃灯佛的名色也是无常的，苏梅的菩萨的名色也是无常的，这是真实的。但是在这里，业力，尤其是他波罗蜜的业力，只要还未证得一切之智前，将不会消失。燃灯佛所说的话及受记，也不会改变或不会虚假。如果那些话改变而受记变成虚假的话，那么佛陀打妄语的问题将产生。佛陀只有在见到以上所说的8种因素具足时才受记。例如，假如一位精于农业的人见到一棵香蕉树，那么他能够告诉您，这香蕉将在4个月后结成香蕉。为什么？因为他精通于农业，以及见到已长出花和小叶子。同样的，佛陀也能够见到他何时可以证得一切之智的果，因为他已经圆满以上所说的8种因素，因此可以为他受记。
At the day of Divinagara Buddha, our Sajamuni Bodhisattva was still a Puthujjana. In his last life, before attaining enlightenment, he was still a Puthujjana also. After enlightenment, he became Sajamuni Buddha. After his attainment of Arhata Magga, which is concomitant with Savinyutta Jnana, he cannot change his Arhataship. This is Samadha Niyama. Here, Samadha Niyama means that the energy of that Arhata Magga cannot be changed. Here we do not say that the Arhata Magga is nature permanent. We say that the energy of Arhata Magga, which is a karmic force, cannot be changed. What is the meaning? The Arhata Magga will certainly produce Arhata Phala, fruit, and that will certainly destroy all defilements, all akusala karma and all kusala karma, which will produce their rasa after pranipana. This law of karma is called Samadha Niyama, which cannot be changed. So Samadha Niyama and sure prediction are not against the law of nature.
在燃灯佛的时候，我们的释迦牟尼菩萨还是一位凡夫，在他最后一生还未证悟前，他也还是一位凡夫。证悟之后，他成为释迦牟尼佛。在他证悟一切资质相应的阿罗汉道之后，他不能再改变他的阿罗汉位，这是正性决定 Samatha Niyama。 这里正性决定指那阿罗汉道的力量不能改变。我们不说那阿罗汉道是常的，我们说那阿罗汉道的力量及一种业力不能被改变。什么意思呢？阿罗汉道将确定的产生阿罗汉果，那阿罗汉果将确定的消灭所有烦恼，以及所有将在般涅盘之后产生果报的善业和不善业。这业的法则称为正性决定，不能改变。因此正性决定和受记与无常法则并不矛盾。
In this case, again, I want to say another problem. Wishing or making aspiration alone is not enough to attain Sabinyutta Jnana. While a bodhisattva is receiving Shiva prediction, the above 8 factors must be present in him. Again, Shiva prediction alone cannot produce Buddhahood. After Shiva prediction, they must also fulfill 30 types of parami, which are: number 1, 10 ordinary parami. They must fulfill the 10 paramis by giving up sons, daughters, wife, and external properties. This is ordinary parami. Number 2, 10 upa parami. They must fulfill the 10 paramis by